We pray for better days.
Welcome to another edition of the Meet Blockchain Show. I'm your host, Nick Larson, and today I have the pleasure of introducing Jason Nyeh of Nyeh. So before we begin, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Or to Mine Fund, or OMF, a blockchain fund for Bitcoin mines around the world, pushing innovation in edge computing and artificial intelligence in the finance space. Really cool. Strongly recommend you check out their Instagram and their Twitter. So Jason, welcome to the show and great to have you.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your company?
Well, I'm definitely an entrepreneurial spirit. Definitely have a lot of years within the travel space. So one of my passion is, I believe, is also like everybody else. Everybody loves to travel, right? So how can you create a travel space that expands for everybody, and how you can increment, the blockchain technology into it as well, to actually expand those type of content. So is within travel, definitely.
Very cool. Okay, so blockchain within the travel space. My guess is there's probably security, or tell me what kind of applications do you think that has?
Well, it comes down to probably several applications. One of which, right, is definitely security. The second one will definitely be more so of contactless in terms of payment. And then the third will be definitely a lot of data and content driven for travel analytics.
Okay,
So
maybe
travel
like,
analytics is
like
really
recommendations, or okay.
Correct. And not just recommendations, but more so than that, is more of a connection between the content, the users, and everybody else, where it kind of brings forth what to do next and where to go, and how to travel in a better way.
It's neat that you're able to build that relationship with folks that have never met to create the best experience. Speaking of experience, do you think that your team might accept Bitcoin in the future? I know it's hitting another high. It's definitely in the news. Do you think you'd be able to accept Bitcoin for payment in the future?
Oh yes, definitely. Because of the application, the content of the application is for everybody where it can be contactless, and it will go through the application, so to make any types of not just purchases, but suggestions and content related suggestions.
Love it. What kind of innovation are you seeing in the blockchain space? I know you're very passionate about the technology and some of the different ways teams can work with it. What are you seeing, Jason?
Right, I see several different directions that it's going to take. It's more like how AR, where it came and left, and it came back in a different form, and that's the virtual reality. Same kind of concept, in which within Bitcoin as well as blockchain, in terms of what type of not just information, but what type of technology is going to become next. So it's still in the early stages. However, there are some changes in terms of where it's headed and where it's going to come back and not just in a different form, but as a better way, as a better form that connects all these information together.
Wow, in a decentralized way. It's brilliant stuff. Well, Jason, thank you so much for sharing that. For all of our viewers out there, is there a website that they can check out if they want to find out more about the travel space?
Yes, definitely. You can actually go on to oiapp.com or lenio.com. They actually will kind of showcase a little bit more, not just about travel, but more so of lifestyle. How are you going to have that type of lifestyle, and where it's going to be headed in terms of multiple spaces.
Great. And that would be lenio.com, Leneio.com?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
very cool. Wonderful. And then also for our viewers out there, strongly recommend checking out OMF's Medium page too, and staying hip on decentralized finance. So, hey, Jason, thank you so much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you, and hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their day.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
Cheers.
Have a great day. Thank you. Cheers.
We hope we pray for better days.